Welcome everybody, I'm Darth Goku and this is my grand arena fight for the day. Just going to run through and show some counters for a few teams and hopefully we don't make a fool of ourselves. A little bit hard to do when you are a fool. Team, when there's not lag, I like to use the JTR team, a Jedi trained Rey. Now, choices here are I can use 2 more or I can just use 1 more. I'm going to save him because he's a leader, and that way if we need to pull him out later we have another. For some reason I'm lagging a bit. Seems to happen sometimes when I'm actually trying to record whilst playing. This is a pretty common counter for bounty hunters, as JTR seems to turn me to lock them a lot easier, and I'll show you how it's done as we get into it. Now, speed is always very high with the JTR team. It's usually much higher than the bounty hunters. What I'm going to try and do here is quickly kill off one of the not as strong squad members, Greedo. Now you got to remember that everybody's defense is a lot higher when Bosska's the lead. So you're not going to actually do as much damage as you think, but it doesn't particularly matter too much with this team as they seem to have the advantage. Let's try and get rid of Cad Bane out there. You probably hear me furiously tapping on it. Doesn't seem to actually want to play the game today. Yes, this is how I have to play sometimes with this lag. And what sucks about the lag is the timer continues to keep going. So sometimes I can be stuck on a lag and lose nearly half a minute or a minute off of my battle because of time. No, sorry, because of lag. My apologies, I'm trying to play and think and talk at the same time. And as any woman will tell you, males cannot do that. Alright, we want to be careful not to be one shot by either Jango or Boba Fett. Now there's also a bonus when you use Finn that you can actually build your protection back up a lot quicker. But I'm hoping we get a few more Infinite Destinies off with BB-8 before we go here. I might just basic attack away here for a bit. Doesn't look gonna happen. No. Nope. Doesn't matter. We still win. That's the first one done. Now if I had to put Finn in there, I quite possibly could have had full protection on all of them and got those extra 4 points. Okay, so this is not a very well built team. Dooku's not really a leader for Sith. He does have bonuses for the Sith, but he's way better off when you put him in a separatist team. So I think we might just go with no idea what's going on. Actually, it's probably because I've got Discord running in the background. So we'll shut all this down and see how it goes this time. Yeah. Looks like I can just go take a break. And there we go. I'm going to go with an undersized squad again. This time I'm going to leave out Poggle. Or Poggle. However you want to say it. Whatever it is, it's the lesser. Imagine that in your name. My name's Darth Goku, the lesser. Okay. I think we'll just quickly kill off the weak ones. I don't like Sidious, as he seems to debuff everybody all the time. And our next target is definitely going to have to be Darth Maul, because we do not want him to daze everybody on the team. So we're nearly there already. And done. Probably could have gone one less again. And there you go. Zeus reckons it's a good plan. Just for a little insight on that, I'm actually being a merc for the first time ever, and I'm helping Zeus in Anzac Horizons defeat their heroic Sith raid. After looking through the roster of the people in his guild, I really do think that they don't need any help in beating the Sith raid. I think they need advice. Okay, so we'll go with the counter for Night Sisters. Now, my counter for Night Sisters isn't really all that geared, so we're going to use all 5 of them. Can I just go past them? No. Alright. They're not here. Oh. Because I'm looking in the wrong squads. Some of these squads are just sort of backfillers in the territory wars. And here we go. Like I said, they're not really all that geared up just yet, so they should be able to beat the Night Sisters. But just to make sure, we're going to go in with all 5. Death Trooper is... he's not essential, but he's definitely great to have when versing the Night Sisters. And I'll explain why when I get to it. Ah, and it doesn't even really need it because they don't have a zombie in this team. But what happens when you use Death Trooper and he kills someone with his death mark, this one here, right, they cannot be revived, which is a very key thing for Night Sisters, as they always seem to like to revive themselves. And once again, I could have quite easily gotten away with not using all of them. Full protection, 60 points. Most of the time when you're versing people in Grand Arena, they don't particularly put down their best squads in defence. Always good for us. Okay, so what are we going to use to beat Phoenix Squad? Somebody who punishes assists. I think I have just the person for that. Darth Traya. Every time somebody assists or attacks out of their turn with a counter, they lose 10 or 20% of their health. So let's just go with this one. And select Sith. Like that. Go Scion. Savage Opress, he's always a good one to throw into any Sith team. Sith Trooper and Darth Nihilus. Because it's Phoenix, I don't think I will need them. Especially at the 74 GP, I think they had. I'm going to try and make some heroic Sith videos after this one. I know there's a lot of them out there, but I know that a lot of people like to hear my explanation on how things work. So, and as you can see, every time somebody attacks outside of their turn, they're losing a little bit of health. But because they're Phoenix, they're also gaining it straight back. One thing I definitely like to do when versing Phoenix Squad is I like to kill Hera. While we have the chance though, we're going to kill Kanan. But the reason I like to kill off Hera is because she can revive the other ones. Especially when they get down to not much health, she'll place her unique buff on them, which revives them. And which can't be dispelled either. But she can't place it on herself, which is always good. We will gain a bit of extra attack. The reason I isolated Chopper 2, just in case anyone was wondering, is because he assists every time the Phoenix Squadron does something. So if I isolate him, he's not going to get that assist in, and if he doesn't get the assist in, he also doesn't buff them. There's no way that anybody apart from Scion here can regenerate their protection, so we'll just finish it off. And there we go, 59 points. Thank you very much. The contest here, I don't think will be whether or not they can beat us with one turn. I think it will come down to whether or not they can outscore me. As I do think that they will beat me in one turn. Alright, so this was the 100. Wait up, sorry. This was the 115 GP squad. Yeah, we'll take that on. I'm going to use all of our relic Jedi. Okay, so we really just want to get rid of Emperor Palpatine. Why? Because we don't like being stunned. Now, we're probably not going to have any other choice but to take out Sion next. Which is always pretty easy. We got an Relic 7 Jedi Grand Master Yoda. His damage is absolutely unbelievable. I'll spread those buffs around everyone. Which also helps us with a foresight as well. Now, as far as regenerating protection here goes, if I go to Yoda, no, that didn't work. Doesn't matter. We got their best squad on defense down and still scored 59 points. Now, I honestly reckon that this is probably the trickiest squad we could come up against. I probably nearly should have saved Jedi Revan for it and actually went the other way. But we're going this way now. And who's going to be our fifth one? Does anybody have any suggestions? I'm going to go with Count Dooku. When I verse a First Order squad, the very first person that I like to kill is the Damager, which is First Order Executioner. Let's see if we can stun 2 people. Excellent. Now stun 4 people. Yeah, close enough. Now go back to Dooku. Just try and get a stun in. Nope. And dead. Once you take out the Executioner, it becomes a lot easier to do. Let's keep the taunt away from Kylo Ren. And another good thing when using the Sith versus Kylo Ren is the shock debuff that they get also prevents healing, which is a very key factor for the First Order. Let's try and get as many debuffs on these guys as possible, because our next port of call is going to be trying to kill them in one shot with Darth Vader. Nope. And we're going to finish this one with a 60 pointer, as we did not lose any protection. Did we? Just make sure. No, nobody's lost any protection. And this should be it. Excellent. 1 to go, and that's our fleet battles. When I do my fleet battles, I put down my second best fleet, and I save my best fleet for attack. I think everybody does this, as I've never really ever come across a fleet that has been too strong to beat. So it's only 370,000 GP. And this is my favourite attacking squad. I'm not even going to need the reinforcements, I betcha. But we'll put them down anyway. Now, you may be wondering why I've chosen those as reinforcements. If needed, Darth Vader will debuff the enemy, take another turn when he debuffs them, and deal a lot of damage. Kylo Ren Unmasked is just, his ship is just pretty tanky. Then you've got Boba Fett, who comes in with a taunt, and Ahsoka Tano, who will come in and remove any debuffs of anybody when she enters the battle. I like to keep her just in case they reinforce with a Houndstooth or another taunting reinforcer, such as Biggs Darklighter and Clone Trooper. Whenever I do my fleet battles, I pretty much run the same combo. I put the offense up buff using the capital ship onto my Geonosians. I use their combos attack to wipe out ships one by one. And GG. Thank you, everybody. I'm Darth Goku. Have a good day. Oh, sorry, for those of you who are wondering, the final score was, unpause. There you go, final score was 1750. Could have been a little bit better, could have been a couple more undersized squads, and I probably could have saved a few protections. But overall, that's pretty good. Leaves them no room for leeway. If they fail on my squads, then they're gone. When I do my defences, I like to put down squads that may trick them. So, you know, a 96,000 GP squad doesn't look that strong, but it does have a Relic 5 Kylo Ren Unmasked in it, which is going to make it a little bit more difficult to beat. And the aim of the game isn't necessarily to hold for one defence, it's also to take off some protection or health to lower their score for each battle that they do. Just run through my defences here. Ewok squads is usually pretty useless on defence, and sometimes it can be a hindrance because if they come up against it with a Enfys Nest, it's going to get wiped out in one shot. And this is my defensive squad, pretty much the same as what we just burst, except it's a little bit weaker. So good luck to, what's his name? Darth Raiden. Thank you, everybody. I'm Darth Goku. Have a good night.